tonight's headlines: Go-Duterte tandem best bet by PDP Laban. PhilHealth vows to pay unpaid hospital claims. Coronavirus cases in the country at 1,899,200. Vaccines possibly commercially available by 2022. ITCZ still affecting parts of the country. And Philippine stocks end sideways. Good evening. Today is Thursday, August 26, 2021. I am Elmer Navarro Manuel and this is Tribune News on Q. Here are the stories for this evening. The PDP Laban maintained that President Rodrigo Duterte remains the ruling party's best candidate as vice president in the 2022 national elections, with Senator Christopher Lawrence Bongo as his presidential running mate. Attorney Melvin Matibag, PDP Laban Secretary General, made a statement a day after President Duterte said that while he has agreed to run for vice president, he and Go are willing to give way if his daughter and Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte Carpio makes her own bid for the presidency in 2022. He added that they chose Senator Bongo and President Duterte as the party's standard bearers in the next elections because PDP Laban is pushing for continuity, reliability, and dependability of leadership and governance, which is what the country needs in light of the global pandemic. Matibag also said the party backed Mayor Duterte, who had chided Senator Aquilino Coco Pimentel and Ronald Monsayak, who belong to the faction identified with Senator Manny Pacquiao, for dragging her name in the raging intramural within the ruling party. PhilHealth President Dante Gueran vowed to pay 60% of the in-process claims of hospitals by next week. During the House Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability hearing into the status of the state insurers' unpaid claims to hospitals, it was disclosed that PhilHealth has 21.1 billion pesos worth of unpaid claims. The palace had urged PhilHealth to pay private hospital claims as soon as possible and clean its ranks of erring personnel. This comes after private hospitals had threatened to cut ties with PhilHealth by next year due to the state-run corporation's refusal to pay the claims of hospitals and healthcare institutions or providers that are subject to investigations. The Department of Health reported 16,313 confirmed coronavirus disease cases on Thursday to bring the total number of infections in the country to 1,899,200, even as 5 laboratories failed to submit data on time. This brought the active cases to 131,921, and of the total, 96.1% are mild, 1.1% are symptomatic, 1.2% are severe, and 0.6% are in critical condition. The number of recoveries, on the other hand, rose to 1,734,551 after 9,659 patients recovered from the deadly disease. The death toll now stands at 32,728 following 236 fatalities recorded. Based on reports on August 24, the Philippines was also able to test 65,903 individuals, of which 24.9% tested positive for the disease. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Every time I'm on the road, I can expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. Now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.
With Globe, our steps can lead us to millions of doors opening, millions of paths unfolding, and millions of reasons to keep going. Now's the time to be with the network that gets better every day for you.
In other news, the Food and Drug Administration announced that COVID-19 vaccines may possibly become commercially available in the Philippines by next year, following the full approval of the Pfizer jab in the United States. Earlier this week, the US FDA granted full approval to the Pfizer vaccine, making it the first COVID-19 shot to receive such approval. In the Philippines, however, the full approval of the Pfizer jab will depend on the American drug maker's submission of an application for a certificate of product registration or market authorization. The Philippines has fully inoculated 12.87 million individuals as of August 18, still far from the government's target of vaccinating over 70 million people. State Weather Bureau Pagasa announced that several parts of the country will experience cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms due to the intertropical convergence zone. In its 24-hour forecast, Pagasa advised residents of Metro Manila, Calabarzon, Mimaropa, Bicol Region, Visayas, Caraga, Northern Mindanao, Zamboanga Peninsula, Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi to prepare for possible flash floods or landslides during severe thunderstorms. Meanwhile, the ITCZ will bring partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers over the rest of the country. Light to moderate winds and slight to moderate coastal water conditions will prevail over Palawan, Visayas, the rest of Luzon, and Mindanao. And in business, concerns on the rising COVID-19 cases due to the Delta variant and their impact on the economic recovery resulted in a sideways close of the local stock barometer and the depreciation of the peso. The Philippine Stock Exchange Index contracted by 1.62 points or 0.02% to 6,820.53 at the closing bell. The broader all shares rose by 6.49 points or 0.15% to 4,205. Regina Capital Development Corporation Head of Sales Luis Limlingan said that concerns on local developments on COVID-19 benefited technology stocks. Volume totaled 2.5 billion shares amounting to 9.1 billion pesos. Decliners surpassed advancers at 102 to 94 while 53 shares were unchanged. The risk-off sentiment in the local stock market was also mirrored by the peso after it weakened against the US dollar and finished the day at 49.98 from 49.85 close a day ago. That wraps up the stories tonight, and before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store, Araneta City, Department of Tourism, and Overseas Community Affairs Council member Alan Lin of the Republic of China for their continued support. Again, this is Elmer Navarro Manuel, and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night, and God bless us all.
Catch the latest news on our website tribune.net.ph and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune digital edition and press reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS users and Google Play for Android users to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its Community Viber Katribu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Tarcito emoticons are also available on our Community Viber. Just click on the link in this video to join.
Iba ng panahon, dami ng bago ngayon. Pati ang mundo natin, well, nagbago na rin. Buti ang magbayad, bigger, better na. You can buy to centers, pati sa mga partners may online pa at app. You can buy it with your fingers, still don't remittance and more. Online shopping, you can buy it all. Di magpadala, you can buy it all. Anumang pera transaction, you can buy it all.
Sabayan ang pagbabago ng mundo for all your pera transactions, all new Bayad.
It's time for the world to know. Outstanding Filipinos in America. The 11th Outstanding Filipinos in America Awards 2021. A salute to the heroes of coronavirus. Coming back live in person at the Carnegie Hall in New York City. Home to the TOFA Awards since 2011.
Magpabakura kayo.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Magandang araw mga katribo! Narito na ang mga makakasama nyo tuwing umaga sa programang Gising Na. Roy Pelovelo, Comfy Manalo, Chinky Mangkukang, Vernon Velasco, Kim Sancha at Jerk Balagtas. Abangan ang programang Gising Na mula alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga sa Facebook page ng Daily Tribune.
Ilabas ng mainit na kape at samahan kami sa inyong pag-almusal, mga katribo.
Sama-sama natin alamin ang mga natatagong istorya sa mga latest na kaganapan sa loob at labas ng bansa.
Simulan ang bawat umaga with good vibes sa mga informative and recreational segments dito sa ating programa.
Maaari niyo rin ibahagi sa amin ang inyong opinion via Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now sa YouTube.
Makichika na rin sa latest showbiz happenings mga katribo.
Kaya naman, magkita-kita po tayo mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga at magsama-sama po tayo sa
Gising Na!
Magpabakura kayo.